Hi everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of PitStop Fracas, where we'll be covering the dramatic, tense, fraud. You heard me right. That was the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Many people online have actually called it a robbery. You know, we've had one fans, celebrities, general people that just enjoy motorsport have described it as that. It was a race, you know, in which Max Verstappen was crowned the 2021 World Championship in what was honestly like a shit show from the FIA, an absolute shit show, who made up the rules on the fly, in which they described as their own discretion. And as a result, allowed Max Verstappen to pass Lewis on the final lap and hence claim victory and thus the World Championship. Joining me to go through yesterday's proceedings, I have Kwame, Antz, Richard, and Mahad. Let me come to you first, Antz. How you keeping?
My head's gone, mate. My head's gone. It's been a struggle over 24 hours. I can't lie. Like last night, trying to sleep, just staring at the ceiling, man. Woke up to seeing Toto Wolff doing all sorts on seeing Valtteri Bottas leaning, and I'm just thinking, are we supporting the same team here? Supporting the same driver? So yeah, man, feeling mugged off. But what can you do? Such is life.
It's fucked up, man. Absolute fucking joke. I don't know where to start with this, but yeah. Before we dive into it, I'm gonna come to you as well, Kwame. How you keeping, bro?
Speechless, I guess. It's still after 24 hours later. I could be better. It's impacted my life, man. It's impacted my life. It's impacted my work and my studies, man. But yeah, I'm still shocked about the decision at the last lap. We'll get into more deal, but
bro, for a guy, you know, I think I must have known you 18 months or so now. You're usually a guy that's so calm. Don't let things get to you. And like, you're telling me it's affecting all forms of life. Man.
And yeah,
this one's deep, bro.
I was counted last night. I was rattled. I'll get my composure back in the pods. I'll be the level-headed guy, don't worry. But right now, yeah, I still need to calm down still. I tried to sleep over it, didn't work out.
Last but not least, we got Mahad. How you keeping?
I don't even know how I feel, man. But you know.
Hold on, bro. We got Richard that's joined us as well. All covered up.
Basically, my name's not Mahad. I don't want to get sued for libel for what I'm going to say today. No defamation charges. But I don't understand what I witnessed yesterday, but we're going to get into it.
Richard, talk to me, brother.
Bro, I can't lie. I've got my feedback on my mic and shit. So, hang on. I've got my feedback on my mic and shit, bro.
Yeah,
listen, I'm on a hard wave, so I'm on hard.
Yeah, bro, you're having a stinker like Michael Masi up here, man. What's going on? Sort it out, man.
Hold on, woman.
Man's got the Fed shades. You're a Fed fan.
We moved him out from the stream. We got 24 people watching this live. Thank you. Again, another YouTube live for our loyal listeners to the pod. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Obviously, as we're recording this live, we've got loads of comments flying in, so please keep them up. They're actually bringing a little smile to my face, just like they've done last time. For those, however, that are listening back on Apple Podcasts, please make sure you give us a 5-star review. Leave a 5-star rating and leave a little comment as well as a review. And the same applies for Spotify. Twitter, make sure you follow us at PitStop Fracas. We hosted a fantastic Twitter space yesterday. Got a lot of people on, allowed everyone to sort of voice their opinions on the crimes that occurred yesterday. All right, guys, before we actually get into the proceedings themselves, I just want to quickly touch on qualifying. It seems like such a long time ago now. But yeah, what happened was Red Bull were able to stick it on pole with Max Verstappen. In Q2, they qualified on the softer tyre. Mercedes qualified on the medium tyre. So you kind of thought going into Q3, and Mercedes would have had the advantage, you know, throughout the weekend, practice and whatnot. They seem to have the bit between their teeth. However, Red Bull seemed to pull off a very good strategy, putting out Perez, which allowed Max Verstappen in the tow on his final hot lap, and thus I think was 3-4 tenths over Hamilton. Just going to quickly come to you on this, Kwame. What do you think about qualifying performance from Red Bull?
I mean, they got lucky, I guess. I mean, not even that sense, but because in Q2, basically, I know there are a lot of people here not you watch it for the first time. So the tires you qualify in Q2, they're the tires you're using the race essentially. And basically, Max flat spotted his medium tires, which meant that he had to either go for the next mediums or he had to go for the softs, and that impacted the strategy. That impacted his race because Abu Dhabi is usually one stop, so the longer the medium or hard tires are better than soft usually. But he went for the soft tires, which are much more faster. So that got a JR3 card, and then for Q2 and Q3 now, they use the toe on Perez, which somehow gave him 5 tenths now. I don't think it was just 5 tenths personally. I thought like probably 2 or 3 tenths, but Mercedes for some reason didn't decide to use a toe on Lewis. So yeah, Red Bull did their job in it. I can't lie, in qualifying. Like, no hate to them. They did what they needed to do. Go on,
bro. Because we're going to dive into controversy. Did Red Bull mean for Max Verstappen to flat spot his tires on his second run of Q2? So that it was deliberate to run on the softs.
Not at all. Because
no?
that was not at all. If everything that was in their disadvantage, because it meant that like I predicted as well before. I said Max was going to struggle with them soft tires, and he did. Like what, the 10th lap? It only lasted 10 laps on them soft tires, which says a lot compared to Perez did twice the amount. But Max just overpushed it for no reason qualifying. He done his fast lap and then he just overpushed it, and then he fast bowled. So
perfect. That is what it is, man. Let's fucking forget qualifying now. Let's just talk about the race. Obviously off the line, Lewis on those mediums. I don't know how this guy does it. He was able to pit Max going into turn 1. As a result, heading down the back straight, they were pretty close. Max on the soft tire had, he's got that stickier compound, allowed him to get close. I think he sent a dive bomb down, forced Lewis out wide. Obviously, immediately within the first lap, we're seeing controversy. Lewis went off track, and they're saying that he gained an advantage, this, that, and the third. We all know what was coming there. We've had 2 new people join the stream. Kunle, let me come to you. What did you, first and foremost, how you doing, bro?
I'm good.
What did you make of that incident?
The corner one?
First lap. Yeah.
To be fair, I think Lewis should have given the place back.
For real?
I think Lewis should have given the place back.
You didn't think it was a massive dive bomb?
He gained the dive bomb, no dive bomb. It's fucking
Max Verstappen.
It's fucking Max, right? You're not gonna expect anything different. You know that's gonna come. But Lewis gained the last. I feel like he gained the lasting advantage on that lap, and the stewards were just what. But yeah. So no, Nathan, I'm not wearing a Red Bull merch because I'm not going to wear a Red Bull merch. I'm not going to validate. I'm not going to validate that man's championship. No, free.
Bro, you got. I don't know. That looks orange.
You see, this is the best I would do in terms of anything Max Verstappen. That's the best I'll do.
Why is it red though? Why is it orange though?
I mean, they call him the Orange Lion, no, or whatever it is.
It's Dutch Lion. Bro, are they in Netherlands? Why do they call him the Dutch Lion for?
It's like orange, right? That's the thing. Their whole thing is orange.
What has it got to do with lions? Though? I don't get it.
Bro, I don't know. It's what it is, man.
Well, I'm asking
too much questions, man. I swear there's like a lion on their flag or something. You're way too asking.
That's orange and blue, but yeah, it's just their thing. Same way UK free lines. It's just our thing.
Anik, there's still blood on the streets, man. You shouldn't be asking these questions. There's still blood on the streets.
But I can't wait to get into it. But before we do, we've got another person that's joined the stream again. Second time lucky. Richard, how you keeping, brother?
I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. You know, I'm just doing on my hard flex. You know, no face, no case. You know, I'm like Quang face or some shit. You got me? No, I might have to slander. Thank you, brother. It's not so Gucci like
it just allows you to say what you want, and it just allows you to say what you want and get away with it. So
yeah. No face, no case thing in it, because you know how I get down when I get into my Kunle bag. You know, the streets get a bit hot. You get me? You know, and there's blood on the pavements at the moment. So, do you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to get
Richard's got Masi shades on, man. This is a bit nuts.
No. Masi's got Pradas on, bro. This is very bad. What are you talking about? Masi's got Pradas on. What are you talking about?
Might be playing for the other team. I don't know, bro.
No, not me, bro. Not me, bro.
You know, I actually got a conspiracy as well. You know, talking about the other team. We'll come on to it a bit with Alex Albon and Latifi. I dropped it in the chat yesterday. But yeah, I got a little thing controversial there. Look, the race start was cool. I think from then on, it was really clear to see that, you know, Mercedes had the race package. Lewis was able to whisk away on those hards. I think he put about big pause on the hard tires. He was able to get about 15, 16 seconds clear of Max until Antonio Giovinazzi decided, what did he do? Did he do a spinneroonie? I don't know. He binned it or something.
He just parked it.
Yeah, and then he just parked it up. Obviously, first bit of controversy. We saw the first VSC. Under that VSC, Red Bull Pit Max put him on a new set of hards or scrub set of hards, which means that his basically tires were 20 laps fresher compared to Lewis's. And then we thought that there will be a push, you know, to the line. I think there was about 20 laps left, and he had to catch him at about 0.8 a lap in order to get this, you know, last lap drama that the FIA wanted. However, lap 53, that's when the controversy comes. Mick Schumacher, incidentally, son of 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher, is, you know, jostling away on he's jostling away with Latifi. Latifi ends up binning it. I think it's turn 14. Quite like the car was like covering half the track, and then they decide to pull out the safety car. Safety car comes out. In doing so, Red Bull Pit Max again. He's now on the soft tires for what appears to be 3 to 4 lap shootout. You never know what's going to happen. Well, what Red Bull probably assumed would be a 3 to 4 lap shootout. I mean, the safe way would have been continuing under the safety car. However, all in all, the lap cars between Max and Lewis were ordered to unlap themselves, go ahead of Lewis, which eventually left Max on track to overtake Lewis with the stickier, softer tires, and hence claim the championship. Now, there is so much drama, so much controversy, so much bending of the rules here. I just want to come to you first on this, Mahad. Tell me what the hell happened on those last 3 laps.
First of all, I don't know. I'm going to keep it 100 because I didn't understand what was happening on my screen. Like you said, first of all, let's just rewind. Let's rewind to the beginning of the sequence. Why the fuck is Latifi and Mick Schumacher battling for 19th place with 5 laps to go? What does it matter? You guys are on holiday. It don't matter. Why are you guys racing each other? For what reason? The thing's done. You're about to go to Dubai, pop some bottles. Just drive it home, bro. Why are you man racing each other? I don't know why
this battling for 19th, the last race of the season, 3 laps to go, and they're squabbling over fucking 19th.
Second of all, meaty driving from Latifi. You're on a Williams. The Williams is faster than that fucking rust bucket of a Haas. Yeah? That's an easy overtake. You're doing up wheel-to-wheel battle with Mick. Are you okay? Fucked. Then you get your tires dirty. How can you not be able to... How are you in Formula 1 and you're not able to drive with dirty tires? And you're fucking binning it in Yas Marino. Yas Marino, I couldn't even try to bin it on F1 2021. I can't even bin it on the game. So how can you bin it on the 5 laps left on a race? It's ridiculous. you could even see it with Lewis Hamilton. When Lewis Hamilton came back round and went past Latifi, he's just shaking his head. Like, this guy's meaty. How can you bin it? And from there, chaos descended. So for me, I know there's a lot of people that argue saying it should have ended on a safety car. I personally thought when it actually happened, the car is like perpendicular to the track. It's not on a runoff area or on a gravel, whatever. So I just assumed it's a red flag. That you're
Bro, it's covering half the circuit. His car is covering half the fucking circuit.
So that's a red flag to me. People are saying that, yeah, they should just do safety car. So the car is like that on the track. Half of it sticking out. And then you got the truck coming out on the track.
Bro, they stopped Jeddah, yeah, when the tyre barrier was almost bloody fixed and they put a red flag out for that. Why can't you do the same when a car's covering the circuit where the actual cars are fucking driving past? It's absolutely ridiculous. Antz, so, talk to me about Latifi there.
Latifi, boy. I mean, what has Mahad not said? Like, he's a meaty driver. Man should have been off the 1942. He needs to be thinking ahead to the club. Like, why is he racing and why is he dropping it? And that's the only place I think at Yasmarini could probably crash. Obviously, he binned it there. I mean, I think it's racing when something like that is racing. Will people bin it towards the end of the race? I can accept that. It's more for me what happened afterwards that is completely unacceptable. I don't want to talk too much on Latifi. That guy shouldn't be in F1. He's a paid driver. Someone needs to pay him to leave the sport. I can't lie.
So I'm going to tuck into my first agenda here. Latifi done it on purpose. What? His teammate next year is Alex Albon. Alex Albon was the first person on the radio, like shouting, like fucking fake shouting towards Max on the radio.
Williams is a Mercedes powered team. I don't think it really.
No, but there's not the relationship. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not the relationship there between Mercedes and Williams that there is between Red Bull and AlphaTauri. There's not.
So you're saying that Alex Albon has more influence on Williams than Mercedes?
I'm saying.
Anik.
He has influence over.
I like the idea of the agenda. But there's about 6 different agendas that have actual water. This one,
that's just one. That's just one.
Can I ask a question on that one? Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Yeah,
Anik. Couldn't it be the other way around? Wouldn't Toto be like, oh yeah, we can just end this race in a safety car, bin it? Because they think that's going to be the rules in that circumstance.
I mean, he could have, but
I just think there's no conspiracy here, and I don't think that was the cause. That he's the blame for everything.
I'm not saying
Latifi's not. It's just what we saw afterwards with all the decisions and stuff like that. The first mistake Michael Masi made yesterday was not red flagging the session, because that's a red flag. You as a race director, your job is to look out for the safety of the cars, the marshals, and the crowd, and so on, and also direct the race, let the race happen. So you as a director, if you want the spectacle you want in terms of Liberty Media and trying to have that last minute sprint and so on, we saw it in Baku, just red flag the fucking race. That allows there to be equal opportunity to people to change their tires and then go back on the grid and do what you need to do. So the first mistake Michael Masi made was after that crash, he did not red flag the race. That's the problem, first of all, for me.
Yeah, we all in agreement with that?
I feel like even because red yellow, like, I don't think him, because I don't think the shunt it was a big shunt, don't get me wrong. So definitely not a virtual safety car. It was a big enough shunt. It was a big enough shunt after that where I said, yellow flag, okay, cool. I've got no issue with that. Red flag, okay, cool. I've got no issue with that either. So red, yellow, I don't think there'll be much of a thing. I know they want to keep the race going, so they're obviously going to keep on yellow. So I've got no red, yellow. That's not my issue. It's the last thing he did on the last lap. That's my issue, Matthew. The way he changed his mind, but we'll go into that later.
Okay, so second moment of, I think, is a little bit of controversy is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Michael Masi did come on to the radio, or I just remember in that whole sequence of fucking blur, they turned around and said, we are not going to allow the cars to unlap themselves. That's right, yeah?
Yes.
That was said, and I'm sure we all heard that.
Yeah,
okay? So he said that. So he said that, and he went back on his word, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
that's fucked. Like, you cannot be turning around and telling drivers that, or telling teams that we're going to do this, and then all of a sudden have to prepare yourself for this absolute controversy that's like happening before our eyes. Following that, it was Christian Horner that came onto the radio.
Yeah,
and what did he actually say?
Basically, he was so when I don't know what he said, quote unquote, but basically when Masi said that no cars are gonna be allowed past, Christian started begging give him what they said, give them one more lap.
Give him one more lap to race.
Like asking him to, can you let these guys go through? Essentially, that's what Horner asked.
Okay, so as soon as he asked that, we thought, like I actually thought, fuck it, it's all about safety here. It has to be about safety. And then literally when I saw it unfolding between my eyes, I was like, what the fuck's happening here? Because first of all, the cars just started to overtake the safety car. And then it came up on screen that car X, Y, and Z is able to unlap themselves. And then I saw Max cruise up behind Lewis, and I was like, you know what, this is done. This is done.
The issue is though, bro. The issue is like, it's one thing if you let the cars go through, but it's how they did it, because they only let the cars in between Max and Lewis go through. So that's what, 4 or 5 cars don't let through, not the whole field, which should be the case in that situation. And even that situation as well, when you let first of all, you should let all the cars that lap go through, or none of the cars lapped. You can't do half and half, can't pick and choose. Oh yeah, because Max Lewis. What about Science in this battle? He got screwed over. Yeah. Even Ricardo said he got screwed over as well.
So I want to get onto that in a bit, but I just want to get a couple of other guys' thoughts on that actual moment. So the moment when it happened and you realized that, oh shit, Max and Lewis are going to be slugging it out now for one lap with Verstappen on the far superior tire compared to Lewis's almost finished harder tires. I just want to get your thoughts on that. So anyone want to jump in for that?
Yeah, man, it's fuckery. I can't lie, because Red Bull literally sacrificed track position by pitting for fresh softs. They put 5 lap cars, 3 or 4. I don't know how many lap cars between him and Hamilton. With the knowledge that there was 3 or 4 laps to go, the safety car would probably be 2 or 3 laps. They took that risk, and then Masi. First of all, what was going on the radio? Both Toto Wolff and Christian Horner were very, very nasty on the radio. It's been going on for a while, but the sorts of things they were saying, Toto was saying, "Oh, please, Michael, please, no safety car, please, please, please." Like, you can't be begging, like, just because your race is going to be disadvantaged. Like, that is racing at the end of the day. If there's a late safety car, there's a late safety car. What can you do? And then Horner basically Horner was the one that asked Michael to break the rules, because he first said, I don't know which order he said it, but he said, get these lap cars out of the way. And then he said, oh, we just need 1 racing lap. With the situation that they were in, it was like lap 56 or something. You either get 1 racing lap with the lap cars staying in the place that they did, or you let the cars unlap themselves, and then the safety car comes in at the end of the following lap, and then it's just a procession to the line because the safety car peels into the pits on the final lap. So Horner and Wolff, they did not cover themselves in glory at all.
It just sounded desperate from both parties.
Yeah, and Masi completely folded. That brother has no idea what he's doing. He shouldn't be in the job that he's in, or he needs people around him that actually know what they're doing. Because it seems like he's the only guy in the FIA. Man's like pressing all the buttons. He's like, oh, sorry, I can only press so many buttons at once. Like, he's stuttering on the radio. Like, man's got no authority. And the fact that he basically handpicked on the race control messages said cars, this number can pass. Very conveniently won between Max and Lewis. They said, bun the rest of the 18 drivers that make up F1. So bun that. We're just going to get these 2 man. And we're going to remove all the jeopardy that Red Bull took by conceding track position by pitting for fresh softs. They removed that completely. And that is like, like the most unsporting thing I've seen in the sport. And yeah, it was a complete joke, really. I don't know what everyone else's thoughts on that were, but yeah, not good.
I think Masi's a fucking spineless weasel. He has absolutely no fucking balls whatsoever. He cannot stand up on his own 2 feet and say, yeah, this is how it's going to be done. It was a half-baked decision that literally suited Max Verstappen to a T, and it robbed us. It robbed us of what would have been a fantastic race win for Lewis Hamilton. Richard, I'm going to come to you. What's your take on the issue with the unlapping of the cars? The fact that it was done for Max's benefit and Max's benefit only, didn't benefit Carlos Sainz. And should those lap cars have made their way to the back of the safety car? Back of the train.
Well, the thing is that Michael Masi came out and said, "Oh, lap cars aren't allowed to overtake," and then we all accepted that. So we thought that was that. And then all of a sudden, at a change of heart, like a minute later, he's like, "Oh no, the 5 cars, Lando, Alonso, and the other 3 can't lap the safety car." And then immediately he's like, "Oh yeah, safety car in this lap." So you can completely in 2 moves just fuck Lewis over for the sake of entertainment. Like, what are we doing here? Like, because the thing is, like, I've been saying that Netflix it won't surprise if they're manipulating the FIA to, do all this controversy and do all this entertainment, or this big spectacular finish. Because that's what it seemed like to me. Masi was craving for this big spectacular finish to the season, and he knew the only way to do that was to do what he did. Because if he was so adamant on the lap cars overtaken, he would have said that from the jump. He wouldn't have said, "Oh, yeah, lap cars can't overtake them." You know what? Fuck it. You 5 go in front. Because in the rules it says what? Any cars or whatever can overtake, not all cars. That's the thing. So that's a very sneaky interpretation of the rules, really and truly. But for me, it should have been a case of, okay, either all the cars can overtake. Because, as someone else said, Yuki could have got a podium. He wasn't too far off Sainz. So why is he getting robbed of that opportunity? Vettel could have bagged Leclerc. Why is he getting robbed of that opportunity? Why is it the case of, the 5 cars conveniently in between Lewis and Max go ahead, and then you have this 1 lap shootout? But it's not fair on Lewis when he's on old hards and then Max is on fresh softs. Okay, you can put a bit of blame on the strategy team to say, they should have pitted Lewis, but they're saying they could have lost track position. That's the thing.
But would you though? So, but would you have pitted Lewis though for track position?
Yeah, I would. I would, because
what? All right,
I don't know.
All right.
It's okay.
All right, just go through this scenario. Let's say if they pitted Lewis, yeah, he would have come out behind Max Verstappen, because obviously they're not going to pit first, right? And then put him out behind Max. Are you telling me in that scenario, Michael Masi is going to let them race for 1 lap?
Well, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And Lewis is damned in that scenario. So Lewis should have been in a very comfy scenario. That's the thing. And then it became the case of, leave the safety car out, blah blah blah. And then I don't know. It's tricky, because maybe he could have lost track position if he'd have pitted. So I didn't blame Mick for. I didn't blame
Richard. The thing is, if Lewis pits there, and Michael Masi decides safety car till the end, we're gonna be raging.
Yeah, of course.
We're all gonna be raging, right?
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point.
So for Mercedes at that point, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah. Exactly. Once they couldn't get into the. So the thing is, again, I think it's easy. It's easy when you're behind and you have nothing to lose. Because at that point, it's a Hail Mary, right? Max is trying a Hail Mary. Red Bull are trying a Hail Mary. Like, you know what? We might not get safety car clear. We might get safety car clear. Fuck it. Let's get softs on. Let's see what fucking happens. And Mercedes don't. That's why I don't blame Mercedes in that situation, because they don't have anything to play with.
Yeah, now, I'm not blaming them.
No. Let me. So now, if that fucking plonkerhead Valtteri Bottas, if it was in a better position than it was, if it was P3 at the time, Red Bull don't pick Max.
Of course not.
So it came to, Worst case scenario, Red Bull pit Max. Fucking hell, man, fam, I'm kettled. Red Bull pit Max.
Okay. Yeah.
They pit Max there.
Can I ask a question? Guys?
Yeah.
Why is Lewis Hamilton out there in dusted tires anyway?
Exactly.
Because
but
if there was anything to blame Mercedes for, the first VSC when Max got them new.
Nah, I disagree. Nah, that's actually
more. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't lie to you.
That's what I think.
I'm sorry.
That's what I think.
I transferred from Mercedes this year to Ferrari, yeah, and I was thinking hard about this. I'll tell you this right now. No, hear me.
Anik, this is not about Ferrari, bro. Come on.
No. It's not even about that. Mercedes. I promise you, there's no bias there. Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton done absolutely nothing wrong yesterday. I promise you, they done nothing wrong. If you give up track position on this track, what's there given or guarantee that you can overtake? How many overtakes with this new modification to the track yesterday did you actually see?
Lewis, no.
You cannot give up track position. Mercedes did nothing wrong yesterday.
Listen, if it was 10 laps to go, yeah, it's different. But it was like 3.5 laps or 5 laps.
5 laps.
Yeah.
It was 5 laps. And Lewis, I don't know. I'm not sure where Lewis was when the safety car light came on.
I was checking it.
I'm not sure where it was. I don't know if we could have made it to the pits and out in front of Max. I don't think so. But it would have been difficult.
It would have been tight.
Again,
Can I ask another question?
Go for Matt.
So why did Mercedes on the radio say to Lewis, if in case there's a safety car, what tires do you want? Why ask him the question if you're never going to bring him in?
That was, I feel like that was probably a cover of, if there was a safety car between. Again, it was 5 laps to go.
They were aware of the risk. No, this is risk management.
It was risk management.
There could be a safety car from there to the end. What tires?
But I feel
there's a safety car. So
they have that
thing in their head that they're gonna pit.
I feel like they were gonna pit. If Red Bull did a 2-stop. So the 2-stop plan was basically, if Max pits, we have enough gap to go in and out, and still, we can fuck up the pit stop, and we can still come out comfy in front of Max, like the first time around. This man, like a 11 second gap at some point. And I think me and Kwame were looking at the times, right? We're looking at it as, okay, Max is pushing, and at some point it felt like 0.6 became 0.2 a lap, and at some point it was like they were equal on times.
That's the thing you're afraid Lewis. Like Lewis was on these old tires, and in that stint he was equaling Max. In the sector 2, he was fastening him up. Like,
sector 2. Yeah, he was eating good. Like he was eating good. Like he was, once he got in front of Max, it's like bond issue, bro.
Exactly.
I've got this pack. He didn't, like, nothing that happened even behind.
And we're going to touch on it later. Even when Perez reduced that gap right down, he was able to then slowly but surely eke it out again. Lewis Hamilton, I'm sorry, guys. Lewis Hamilton drove the perfect race, and the Mercedes team delivered the best strategy at the best time for him. If you're gonna, you cannot apportion any blame to Mercedes or Lewis Hamilton for the fuckery that happened yesterday.
All right, Anik, I'm gonna go on my quick rant. Yeah. First things first. Last week there was a lot of things that happened last week, so we didn't get the chance to say this. Rest in peace to Sir Frank Williams. I don't think we got to cover that last week. Pioneer of the sport, one of the probably best team owners in the sport. Secondly, rest in peace, Charlie Whiting. This fuckery doesn't happen under Charlie. This fuckery of a season doesn't happen under Charlie. Like,
facts.
I'm tired of Masi being fucking Mike Dean, fucking main character syndrome in this sport. It is disgustingly. I'm sick of it. Don't get me wrong. I watch a lot of sports. I support Chelsea. I remember United final, Chelsea 2008. I remember Barcelona semi-final. I support Rafael Nadal. I've watched matches where Nadal was 2 sets up and is lost. I've been in this sport to remember Lewis in 2007 when he should have won that championship. Them ones, it's the ability of the person. You look at it and you look back like, why did my favorite person lose? or why did we not win this? And you look and you can point as to what you did wrong or what you did not do right on that day. And that's why yesterday hurts. Because Lewis did nothing wrong. Nothing.
Facts.
He did absolutely nothing wrong.
I think,
and it's disgustingly annoying. It's disgustingly annoying that we're sitting here, and if Max overtook, you know what? Yeah, if the lap drivers, if all the lap drivers had gone round 5 laps to the end, I could live with that decision to say, you know what? It was, tough luck. He didn't get the right tires. It was on the wrong tires at the wrong time, and Max had soft tires and he went off. But you see that method and that process and that procedure that fucking Marco Masi decided he wants to be the Don Dada of it all. Like that guy is a bum. He looks like a bum. He dresses like a bum. He speaks like a bum.
We've been calling him out from the jump. How long have we been calling him out?
Yeah,
we've been doing this all year long.
I think we said the season.
All season long.
What us being Higgy came to fly.
And go back, look back at it to Bahrain, yeah? The first race of the season, he didn't look like he was in control. He was getting bad boyed on radio by Red Bull. If you guys remember.
Yeah, we remember that.
They were bad boying him on radio. Like, why are you letting this happen? He didn't go wide, this, that. And from there on, that set what this season is. I know everyone's gonna say this is the greatest season, blah, 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 this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. Max can go suck himself. I do not give a fuck. Him and his lone championship can go suck himself. I don't give a fuck. If he's gonna win more championships after this, I do not give a fuck. They can go fuck themselves. Christian Horner can go stick his. Let me shut up.
Yo, this is the FIA's fault, though.
I'm gonna go too off. But,
okay,
but it's still what is. You know what? Yeah.
If it was the other way around, you can't. If it was any team, they'll score the open goal, bro. No?
If I wake up tomorrow, if I wake up tomorrow morning, and Lewis Hamilton puts out a statement to say, "I'm done with this shit," you know what?
You don't blame him.
Fuck it. Fucking.
I would do the same.
I would just watch it as a casual fan. Enjoy Formula One, enjoy fast cars. Fuck the institution now. And you know what? Fuck that old man called Bernie. He can go. Let me just stop. I'm going to keep quiet.
Right.
I'm going to let you lot continue speaking, and I'm just going to listen. I'm going to relax for now. I'm going to listen. Yeah. Let me just shut up. Because I'm getting... You see, yesterday in the spaces...
Hey, loosen up the do-rag, man. Loosen up the do-rag.
I didn't speak up yesterday in the spaces. Because
you know, got us all cancelled.
I was giving myself that time to process it. I was giving my time to process it. You know what? This just happened. Let it settle in. Think about your thoughts. Think about it. But I woke up and I just realized the fuckery that happened. And it's a fucking fuckery. Like, I'm not sure how many times I can say fuckery, but yeah, fuck the FIA, man. At this point I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck them.
No. Kunle, brother, I agree with you. And you said, you need time to process it. And bro, the truth is, the more you process it, the more of a absolute farce this becomes. It's absolutely ridiculous. Before we go to Richard, please keep your comments coming in. I'm actually reading them and actually hilarious. You're actually lighting up the mood here. So please keep them coming. We're enjoying going through them and reading them. Richard, what do you have to say on this, bro?
Just play devil's advocate, yeah. When we really think about it in other seasons once, a massive performance, was that race ever going to end under the safety car no matter what? When we really think about it?
Never.
It should have, but it wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's the thing, it should have. But when we really think about it, yeah. Obviously, hindsight's a wonderful thing, I get that, but that was never ending under a safety car, no matter what. There was going to be some loopholes, some fuckery, which way I don't know. Fam, why is he executing 2 moves like that, going against the rules, to let Max be right next to Lewis for the 1-lap shootout? If you're so desperate for this spectacle, right, for this little shootout spectacle, you should have said, you know what, red flag it, even though it's not really a red flag situation, but fuck it, make up the rules as you go along. Then everyone changes the tires, and then everyone have like a 1 lap, 2 lap shootout, and then that's that. And then if Max wins, hands off, fair enough, congratulations or whatever. But he didn't. No, fam, it's like a gang of fucking adults beating up a 12-year-old. There's no joy in that. Where's the W in that? Like, it's fucking pathetic. But listen, I want him out of here, man. I want him out of here because he is a disgrace. All season long, he's been running around like his pack. From when he was doing in Saudi, shot on good places for half an ounce. I knew the game was up then. I knew the game was up. From,
the game was up in Spa.
Yeah.
Spa was fucking ridiculous, man.
The game was up in Spa. But it got worse when he's shot on good places for half an ounce, saying, "Oh shit, forgot about Ocon." What do you mean you forgot about Ocon?
We never seen
anybody new listening or watching, go back to our episode about Spa. We cooked Masi for an hour and a bit. We know the jig is up. This guy's a fraud.
Some of this stuff that we saw Masi do this season, in all my 25 years or whatever I've been watching Formula One, I have never ever seen shit like this. Stuff was made up on the fly. How in Jeddah can you start offering places like, we'll put you here, we'll put you there, we'll put you there? And even when he's giving out these fucking offers, he's getting them wrong himself, forgetting about Ocon. Yesterday, in all my years of watching Formula One, all my years of watching sport in general, I have never, ever seen anything like this. I feel as though all the time that I've been watching Formula One and all the great moments I've seen, Hamilton winning, in the last lap, Schumacher's victories, all the stuff that happened with Hakkinen, even in all the incidents in the turbo hybrid era, all the good stuff has just been taken away from me by this disgusting decisions that we saw yesterday. It's an absolute joke. It wasn't Formula One yesterday. It was actual entertainment. And for us, as Formula One fans, it just doesn't sit right.
I'll say, bro, the worst thing is, like, this is not the first time. Sorry, Richard. But, like, this is not the first time, but this is one of the most, like, in recent history, the sport has been put on, on a pedestal, years on years and years, Formula 1 hasn't been getting spotlight. It gets spotlight now. This is the one time I'm getting people who don't usually watch F1 talking about it. I'm getting hype. I'm getting gas. All this, and I've got no issues with Max winning. I've said it before. I've got no issues with winning, but it's how it got played out. The last minute, last lap. These guys are moving like we're all husbands of Abu Dhabi, man. These man trying to move like a reality TV show. I don't know what Netflix is doing, but the fabrication of the sport, the manipulation. I was just playing. This is not F1 like. Okay, cool. We had 08 where, PK Jr. crashed into the wall and all these moments, Schumacher crashed in Raskas and Monaco, cool. It's cool. But the actual race directors messing up like this bad, I've never, ever seen it like this. Depending on the rules, I've never seen it.
I landed in the airport today, and then I was in Heathrow, and then there's WH Smith. Every newspaper, Formula One on the front. So, Liberty Media got what they want, right? No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They got their coverage. I've never seen F1 on the front of every newspaper in my life.
Yeah, bro, they got coverage. Cool. But is it good news? Is it bad news? Like, the sports and it's a dispute. Like, people think the sport, like, I don't watch F1 now because this whole last lap, let me change the rules. Let me, overtake these certain guys to come through. Like, it looks hickey. It looks weird. It looks like...
It's in his Vince McMahon bag, bro.
There you go.
Bro, you know it's bad when the Daily Mail are defending Lewis Hamilton. That's shit is left.
They were fucking defending him.
I seen Gary Lineker and Piers Morgan agreeing on social media. I said, it's done.
That's how you know the thing's fucked. That's how you know the thing's fucked. When certain man done berate a man for years and years on end, are saying,
and they come around.
Lewis. I'm like, bro, yeah. And you get casuals. You got people like Harry Kane, fam. Harry Kane's concentrating on the wrong formula, bro. You've got one league goal this season.
You got cooked.
I like the one league goal this season. You say, this is a fuck piece. And it's like, rah, even Harry Kane's saying this.
Someone said Harry Kane was talking about that. And someone said, how about one goal this season? Sort that out. What's the formula for one goal this season? I'm dead.
Harry Kane tweeting more about Formula One than he is tweeting more about Formula One than Premier League goals he scored, because he actually put he put two tweets together about it. Fucking joker. I think.
Did you see
is there
John
any-
Terry chat shit as well?
Hey,
Yeah, bro.
hey,
Right, forget
And then
Terry.
you see Anton Ferdinand just above it.
Anton.
Fam. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Jokers.
That's you man's goat. Ants, Kwame, Kunle. That's
listen,
your
Yeah.
goat.
Alright, you get your goat, bro. You get your goat.
That's your
Go
skipper,
back,
yeah?
your boy.
The only,
The
the only captain I recognize is Cesar Aspilicueta. Thank you very much.
There we go.
Good Dave.
Yuck.
That's Dave.
Yuck.
Yes,
Yuck.
Dave.
Scary.
But
is
like
it-
jokes apart, it's to be fair, I feel this is going to like rub off for a very long time. Probably until the next season starts again and all of that goes off. But I mean, to be fair, if I'm looking at it by the scale of things, all of the whole Max deserves it, Lewis deserves it, Max deserves it. I don't give a shit. If it's going to be one based on technicality and based on who has done what.
Discretion. It was one based on discretion, bro.
No, Anik, let me fucking finish.
Sorry, man. Sorry, bro. I'm getting my.
I call it chill out.
Right,
They're gonna walk on it right now.
Heated. But I'm
They're
not
gonna
sure I
walk
can
on it
host
right
it.
now.
We're gonna end up scrapping on him. You know what I mean?
collateral.
No, we're not gonna scrap. We're not gonna scrap. I mean, I'm gonna cheat.
No, we ain't
I'm
gonna
still-
scrap. We ain't gonna
I
scrap.
mean, we know what it is, but I'm just saying the reality is that when everyone around the world, probably apart from the people in the Red Bull garage and the Red Bull factory, when everyone else thinks the ending of that race was a farce, then the FIA should know that they've done something wrong. Also, fucking the whole sensationalism of that race from the media, ex-drivers, current drivers, pundits, Will Buxton, any man that I don't even know how this man get passes, right? I don't know how this man get passes to even start talking about F1. But you see all of these dickheads that have always wanted to say, you know what, it's the start of the new era with Max Verstappen leading the new school because you've got the young guys coming in. You've got Max, you've got Charles, you've got Albon. That fucking Albon that's always screaming, they're racing me too hard. He was the first person to scream on radio. Bro, he's lucky he has a job. Like, let's just keep it that way.
Yeah.
I like Albon. I'm all for diversity in F1. Albon, he ideally would have been my guy. But he's out there on the radio screaming, yeah, like a fucking bitch. Like he was Max's bitch when he was at Red Bull. He's still Max's bitch right now.
Bitch.
And you had Lando Norris initially saying, well done to Max, he was smiling, and then tracking back. Don't fucking track back. Keep the same fucking energy. Keep the same fucking energy. And you had fucking George Russell. You know what, yeah? How about finish a race, big man? Like, George, how about you finish a race?
George is funny. George is funny, bro. George is funny.
How about don't be Twitter fingers and finish a race?
Hey, listen,
He's drip.
I respect it still. I respect it. Man didn't even say bye to Williams. He said, yo,
man
this
said
is unacceptable.
0017th
what he
was
said?
winning. Get the hell out of here, man.
He said, yo, fuck this umbrella thing.
Hey, listen, let's respect George Russell, man. He was the only
PR63.
Hey, listen, he was the only man brave enough to call out the bullshit that was happening.
He did.
He's on payroll.
I respect it.
He's on payroll though, so
yeah,
he's on payroll. And also, like everyone knows. I mean, up until yesterday, I was VB77, but it's done with Mercedes now, and that fucking guy
daily in the marina
it can go fucking do fuck all in Alpha.
Bro, I mean,
you know what? What's the name of that new kid at Alpha now? Kwame, what's the name of that F2 guy? Dripple Drow.
Yeah. He better smoke him next year, man.
If Dripple Drow smokes him next year, I'm on his neck like fuck Bottas right now because like your team's crying. Your boys are crying. Like Toto's not even coming out to speak to nobody. Like, and you're there like, yeah, vibes, jump into those, bruh.
Like he's Tom Daly, you know. Man's
like,
doing swan bombs like he's Tom Daly. Yo,
bro, he saw me, bro. He saw me uploading for Mauritius and thought, you know, I saw what Anik done. I'm gonna do fucking better than that.
I lie.
Do you know what? Yeah,
Anik influencer.
He got dunked on by Yuki on the last lap, and then he's like, "I do not care. I do not care." That was it. He said, "I'm living my life."
Like,
you see him raving. He was out here. He was out here.
Like, I don't. To be fair, like I've got a question. Like, my question now is, I don't know where F1 as a sport goes from here, but during this off season, a lot of reputational damage, a lot of PR work needs to be done. Because best believe, you see the whole crowd that they brought in for this last race. There's enough man that probably never gonna watch F1 again, unless there's another sort of hype around this. So my problem now is that, is Liberty going to go after numbers for certain races, or they're going to put the integrity of the sport ahead?
So we saw it yesterday. I mean, in my view, they're going to put numbers is everything. Money's everything. And it was all about the show yesterday, all about entertainment. The integrity of the sport, as I said about 5 minutes ago, that was lost yesterday. That was lost. I feel sick.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think F1 is a great sport. There's a reason why we all love F1. It has the potential, just by its nature of being a sport, has the potential to throw up crazy moments. There is zero need to create fake results. Yesterday was a fake result, man. It's a fake championship, and I honestly cannot understand it. I think sometimes in F1 you get boring races, you get boring seasons, you get boring championships, you get races that end behind the safety car. But that's just the way of the sport. The rules are there. We follow the rules. Everyone goes racing together to follow the rules. And like, it's been an entertaining season, yes, because it's been a good championship battle. Max and Lewis have been going at it since round one. And people have been drawn to the sport because of that. I don't think people have been drawn to the sport on the promise that there will be a last lap shootout or this. It's just people know what they're getting. This race was unique because it was a winner takes all race, which was dramatic enough in itself, without having to create these kind of fake moments. And when I was listening to the punditry back and Jensen Button, Jensen Button, yeah, that guy is super shameless, man. Like, he couldn't hide his delight that Max won, but I was talking about, yeah, that's such a dramatic, exciting finale on my days. Like, no, it was fake. And like any pundit that was like celebrating that or giving F1 their credit for a great season, they need to withdraw it, man. They need to revoke it. And as for where the sport goes from here, I don't know. We saw UEFA absolutely balls up the draw today. What do? They did it again 2 hours later because they realized, well, we messed up. Like, really and truly, the FIA should have overturned the result last night. They should have counted back to the previous lap because the rules were not applied correctly, period. And everyone could see it. But we just know that, well, I personally know the FIA aren't going to do that. We see a man like Bernie Ecclestone talk their nonsense, and just I think it's clear what the sentiment is in the paddock. They want to see another winner. They want to see another champion. And they did what they needed to do it. If it meant bending the rules, if it meant betraying their own integrity as a sport, that's what they'll do. And then they're not going to go against the decision they've made, unfortunately, no matter what kind of appeal that Mercedes come up with.
Kwame, before you go, I just want to say, so people need to stop doing all this Michael Schumacher's record. It's not Schumacher's record no more.
It's both of their records, man.
It's both of their records now.
And Hamilton has more wins.
So people need to do that. We don't want him to, Schumacher's record is at stake. No, it's not Schumacher's record anymore. It's already been matched. Lewis is beating Lewis's record now.
And Lewis didn't get any of his championship by doing the fuckery that Schumacher was doing. So.
Exactly. So Lewis is beating Lewis's record now. Lewis don't have a record of being disqualified from the season. Yeah, Kwame, go on. Sorry.
Before we come to you, Kwame, I just want to create again a quick reference to the comments. We've got fans everywhere joining. Even got a Dutch fan, Yoik Mac or no Jan. You said late to the party, first live see. We'll watch the whole podcast later. But I'm Dutch, watching F1 since '94 and might retire watching. What an absolute shit show. With that, we got another one of PitStop Fracas joining us, Martin. What do you make of that comment about it being a shit show? And what's your take on the events from yesterday?
I've been saying it all season, and I said it I remember when I said Toto received the email. This was a fix, yeah? It was a fix all season long. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, FIA, and Red Bull, they're all involved. The only reason why Mercedes aren't doing anything now, right at this moment, and why they're talking about pulling out is because they can't find a way to hide the fact that they were involved, yeah? About Toto's talking about, they might not go to the court of arbitration anymore. Excuse me, this is a slam dunk. This is a slam dunk break of regulations. You have an easy case here. This is a slam dunk, easy win. What do you mean you're not going to go back? It's because they were involved. They know. I'm telling you, man, they know. I'm never watching this sport again, bro. This might be my last podcast appearance. I'm not watching this sport again. I'm not lying. Because I'm telling you, yeah. You see, McLaren and Ferrari. Why are you not protesting with Mercedes right now, bruv? You man lost position and points. Your drivers lost position and points.
Let me just interrupt you there.
Protesting with Merck right now.
Can I just put a disclaimer? This is the thoughts of Martz and Martz only, and does not reflect PitStop.
Yeah, please, yeah. Anything that's been said.
Keep spitting, though. Keep spitting. No, I like it. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm telling you, this is a rig from the beginning, bro. These men been hyping up a championship since Bahrain. How can you hype up a championship after one race? They've been talking about this going down to the last race since Bahrain, since even before in testing, bro. How can you be hyping this up? You don't know what's gonna happen. These men knew what was gonna play out, bro. I'm telling you, man, all of this right now, bro. There's been so much that's happened, yeah. I don't think that what's called Mercedes realized they were gonna actually fuck over Lewis like this. I believe the Red Bull and Ferrari and the FIA in honor of trying to protect Michael's record, yeah, they were all colluding in a way that Max can win this and they can do over Mercedes, yeah. Mercedes didn't have that information. They did not know that. But now that's why Toto was so angry yesterday. And you know what? Let me get onto this Toto brother, yeah? It's conspiracy done now. Let me go onto this Toto brother. What are you doing, bro? Honest to God, I swear to God.
What, the partying?
I'm livid, bro. I'm livid. You don't understand, bro.
Bro,
me and Matt have been talking about Toto all season. This guy's been doing absolute nonsense all season.
Hey. This is the reason why I'm wearing a belly. Can I speak about Mr. Toto Wolff?
I'm sorry.
Can I speak about Mr. Toto Wolff?
Yeah. Mahad, let's go to you on Toto. I just want to say I was so vexed this morning. I woke up so fucking angry. I open up the timeline and I see him crowd surfing. Now I know he's got every right to, they won the constructors, but when you see that shit, it just makes you think, the fuck's going on here? But yeah, go for it, Mahad.
Listen, yeah. Mr. Toto Wolff. I feel sorry that Lewis Hamilton is associated with Mr. Toto Wolff. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's because of what happened. I feel so conflicted because Lewis lost it in the last lap because of this whole fuckery and the whole drama around it. But when I saw that radio with Toto Wolff going, Michael, no, Michael, no, this, I was like, fucking inject it. Rest in piss, Toto Wolff. Rest in fucking piss. Yeah, you don't think you can be doing puff pieces and vanity pieces with Daily Mail. You don't think you can be doing these things with Kingspan, deals like this. The fucking immorality of this man. People have got Toto Stan accounts. What the fuck are you doing?
It's disgusting.
This guy's a venture capitalist. What are we talking about? If you like Lewis, that's all good. But this guy don't give a fuck about any of that. He was partying because of the bag that he got. He got a big boy bag for the constructors. He's not interested in
not just the constructors. It's because they got more money because they're gonna get more money from the Netflix deal and all the FIA sharing because that's how much they were talking about the money and they wanted more money between the teams. I'm onto them, you know. I'm onto those 4 teams. They can't run and hide from me, you know.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yeah. So Red Bull went into the steward's room with Jonathan Wheatley, who's a fucking mechanic. And Red Bull went in there with a QS that's probably got a retainer of 50 bags a day. Yeah. The QS didn't get shit overturned. And Toto was like, okay, cool. Do you know why Toto was cool? Because the QS said, look, we're gonna go to the courts. FAI is gonna pay you out. And then he's like, Raw, what's the estimation of the payout that FAI is gonna give us? Then he heard the figures and then he went raving. Because he's a money man. This is not about Lewis. These men don't care about Lewis. I'm telling you right
money,
now.
Man. It's about money.
He's a money
man. It's about the integrity of the sport.
Man's got $500 million for a reason. This is, come on, let's be serious.
800, bro. 800.
800.
At the moment.
Ridiculous.
I'll take it all back, though, if you give me a loan, brother.
Kwame,
Are you
sorry. Oh. I jumped around a bit. But yeah, let's come to you. What's your thoughts on this?
What I want to say in it was based on what I said, like, even if they try to do an appeal, like, for me, like, it's still got like a sour taste in my mouth. Like, Lewis shouldn't win this way. Like, if Lewis, you know, wins off, you know, them changing decision last minute, like, still, I don't want it. Take it back in the words of Riley. Take it back. Like, I don't want it. As a fan, I don't want it. And even for Max now as well, like, I'm not even Max's biggest fan, but even for him, it'll be hickey for him because now, like, there's gonna be, you know, the question mark agenda. This guy's not good. It's not right, man, for anyone involved. The pundits in the sport, I feel like, a lot of them should be talking more than the drivers. That's kind of my one issue. That's why, like, you know, guys, you know, Fracas, I feel like at times the sport can be very PC. A lot of people don't say what they think. You know, why are they only saying what they say after at the end of the shows or in the radios, not, you know, in the main interviews or on the account? I don't get that. Toto partying. Hey, my man wants to get waved in it. I don't blame him. But there's ways of doing it. But again, I don't blame him. Like, I'm not gonna be trying to be hypocritical because I've seen players when they get away and get drunk and get annoyed.
I meant QC, by the way. Anybody else listen, I don't mean QC.
Yeah, QC. Yeah,
I'm not dumb.
It's not about being hypocritical or anything. Yeah, listen, I understand it's Bottas's last race, but the guy's been arse all year.
Bottas.
I even said, what's he celebrating? What's he got to celebrate?
Exactly. What are you celebrating? P3 in the constructors, bro. Are you stupid?
You didn't even get that.
Like, the guy's been useless. Yeah. He's cost you so much race wins, so much points this season, yeah? Even just think back to past seasons. He's cost you so much, and you're out here celebrating him. Bruv, give him his P45 and tell him be on his way. What are you doing partying with him? Are you stupid? You're the guy that's bringing you all the money, yeah? Bringing you all the world titles, yeah? You're meant to be out here backing him. You're out here partying. Are you? If I speak more, I will get.
Listen to all them Bottas stands account that were trying to at me on the weekend. Yeah, please seek employment. You went out your way to fucking put Bottas as a picture on your profile, create a profile, and say, "Yeah, I stand Valtteri Bottas." Go get a fucking job. Okay, sorry about that.
But the sport's done. We've got the TV stands, man.
That guy's a bum, man. We need
geostands. We got geostands in this call.
That poll that we had about VB77 and Checo, we need to run it back again. But
run
that poll is egregious.
I told you guys. I told you guys, yeah. They've both been as useless as each other, yeah. But when Checo needs to go wheel-to-wheel racing, look at yesterday, bruv. He was,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about
like 8 seconds to max, and then he brought it back to 3.
8.5 down to 1.5. 8.5 down to 1.5 seconds in one lap. Do you think Bottas has the capacity to even go?
Bottas had to hold off Max for 10 more seconds and Luke would have won the race in France. Bottas just let him pass like a slut, bruv. Like an absolute flag.
This guy opened his legs and he's done it all season long. He's done it his whole career. This guy can't race.
This comment's killing me.
No, man.
There's no moments. There's no moments.
This is
No
checkers.
highlights,
Hey,
you know.
I'm dying.
He ain't that good. He ain't that good, bro. Recovery drive much and out here doing
Recovery.
this.
Davido showed up today.
Hey, I don't want to.
Davido.
Perez had a stink over it. Yeah, he had a
Hey,
stink
listen,
over it.
listen,
Yeah,
listen.
when it comes to driving,
middle.
he's on it.
He's all right. He's all right. But listen, if anyone sees Perez doing undercut, yeah, let me know. I want to see it one day. I want to see it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It don't exist. It don't exist, man.
This guy's plan A, merchant, recovery drive. Fucking hell, man.
Recovery.
Um,
I've got a question.
go for it.
Perez or Bottas, yeah? Who's pulled up for their gang? Who's pulled up for their gang the most this year?
Perez, man.
Perez riding out.
Back the banner, I also told you. You put
So
the
that's
banner
all
on.
that's-
It's the Viva la Mexico. You back the banner. What's the
Hey,
boss?
that's
That's one behind the
that's all
one
that
behind the
matters.
176.
Okay, let's give
Run behind
Bottas
176
one
like a
rating.
bitch.
One rating.
He
that
got
he
Quali.
did.
That's it.
He did.
Quali,
No.
well done.
We're giving one rating because he did suicide attack in Hungary.
In Hungary.
Yeah, Hungary done. Yeah.
He was a martyr.
Well done.
He was a martyr. Split. He was. He went Hell Hydra and just went into bare man.
You know what? Yeah,
Low
fuck it.
concussion.
Speaking of bombs, yeah. Speaking of bombs. Speaking of
Is that a
bomby
double
teams.
entendre?
Speaking of bomby teams. Speaking of people that have been talking about next year's our year for like 5 years now, yeah.
Hey,
we-
guys, it's been nice knowing you.
Hello?
I'm not
Can
sure
we
if the
s-
stream's gonna be live for any much
No,
longer.
no.
but yeah.
Are we taking on
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Mahad and Richard. Good evening, brothers. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
At the start of the
You say
year.
good evening to me. I'm part of the Slander Club too, you know.
Oh, Matt. Good evening, Matt. I don't know where Ant stands on this, and I don't know where Kwame stands, but at the start of the year, we had a driver leave from McLaren Mercedes to the Scuderia della Ferrari of Ferrari, you know, heritage team.
Maranello.
Maranello, pizza.
Yeah,
Let's
pizza
talk for this
fry.
guy.
Yeah. Pony.
But it's a heritage
You know,
team.
this is
It's a
amongst
heritage team
heritage
you're talking about, yeah.
So you know what, everyone said he's joining a new team. He's gonna get wiped out. He's gonna be all right. If he finishes behind Leclerc, it's a good season. Some of us here at PitStop Fracas said this guy might finish ahead of Leclerc, or as the streets call him, the youth from Monaco.
Shout out Nathan.
Leclerc.
According to Nathan, Le Percocet, Le
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale,
Casino Royale,
Hey.
Le Champagne,
the real Twitter
Le
fingers, right?
Riviera.
The real Twitter fingers. This man gets off a lap and he first thing is picking up his phone and tweeting.
Monagas Maldonado.
Monagas Maldonado.
Yes, that's it.
That's the one, Matt. Anik, you seem to have donned the Ferrari hat recently. Can you speak on Carlos Sainz Jr.? It's not even the real Carlos Sainz, Junior.
I mean, yesterday.
The you, not the real.
Is he? Let's ask a question. Anik, is he the number one driver at Ferrari? 2021
Anik.
December, right now.
Speak on it.
Let me jump on that.
Don't go anywhere.
When
Okay.
next Schumacher comes to Ferrari, who's he going to replace?
Oh my God!
Carlos Sainz.
Spicy.
Listen. They're not gonna dish. No, they're not gonna dish out. They're not gonna dish out a 5-year contract to Leclerc for the sake of it. He's got potential there. He's gonna come through. Yesterday was just a bad race. It just didn't work out for him. It was the Ferrari strategy that put him, right at the back. Otherwise, he was on course to finish P5.
Sorry, how did he run off again? Because I didn't see anyone around him.
Bro, I have to put my hands up. I put my hands up. Yeah.
Hey, listen,
I actually laughed so much.
Richard, finish this for me. Yeah, finish this for me. Pull up and dash. Pull up and.
Crash.
Hey.
Hey, listen. Listen.
So
I
it's
have
Sainz
to
the number
admit,
one
yeah,
driver, Anik.
Hang on. This is enough.
Statistically, yeah.
Anik's just going around the circles.
Statistically,
Anik,
he's
you're
won.
done now. Anik,
Let's-
you're
Boris
done
Johnson
now.
answers, you know.
I just want to say one
Anik,
thing though, yeah.
stop,
That was
Anik,
actually
Anik,
proper
no.
funny. When he went flying off, that was funny though. I have to admit that was actually
Yes.
hilarious watching him fly off.
Anik,
Charles is like, raw, there's other cars on the track acting. I didn't know that, you know.
see Max went skip for no reason, no dates here, no nothing. I see
Nothing.
So go around there, explain that. And I
Someone
was
give me
here.
a clip of that. It was too
You know-
funny.
you know that-
It was too funny.
Listen, I'll do the reconstruction, yeah. So Max is going out the picture, doing his thing. Leclerc. It's going like that. He sees Max.
Le cleavage.
Le cleavage. Casino Royale. Sees the skip for no reason, fam.
He done the TikTok dance.
Tell
You
me
know.
why.
Them TikTok
That
dances.
Ain't nothing but a cloak.
You know?
Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a man.
Hey guys, I don't want to start using the mute
Tell me
button.
why.
Yeah. I'm Michael Massey up here. Yeah. I don't want to start using the mute button.
Oh.
I'll
Can I just say
admit,
something?
statistically, whatever, Sainz finished ahead of him. He may get preferential treatment next
Anik,
year.
I wanna.
Whoa!
wanna
He might
think-
get preferential treatment next year.
He won't.
Tell me why.
Do you know what I want to know? First of all, let's congratulate Carlos Sainz. Man got into a situation where
Carlos
he was a
Sainz.
bit mad. You know what I mean? He was getting team orders against him. He was getting treated like he's not the number one driver, and he
had the
still
new car tax.
dusted him.
New car tax too.
New car tax.
Like
They have to
certain man's
adjust to it.
career done off new car tax. You know, where's Daniel Ricciardo?
Listen,
You
listen.
got
He's
4
good.
podiums to
Listen,
1. Man.
no, but that's
Mad.
good as a
Yeah.
support.
Mad.
Leclerc goes for race
Mad.
wins. Leclerc is a race winner. Carlos Sainz isn't
Well,
a race
you
winner.
want to go
How
there?
many
You wanna
podiums
go
does he
there?
have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's
listen.
his
Look at the
podium?
start of the race. Feel like a
No,
bad
but if
day
you-
of his iPhone. Fuck off, man.
Leclerc's got
podiums on the
podiums.
table,
If you
Anik.
want to back a
Yes, man.
driver next year to get you race wins, it's Leclerc's your man because Leclerc has race wins. If you're going to be fighting at the business end of the grid, you need a guy that can see it right through to the end and claim number one. And Leclerc has it in him to do that, and he's done that.
Anik,
Next year, we'll
I've
see.
never
Yesterday was
seen a
just
cult
an
like
unlucky
this.
race.
I've never seen a
brother.
cult like Leclerc fans. This is a cult, you know. This is like
Anik,
Jim
brother.
Jones taking man to
We're here.
Ghana. This is a cult.
We're here.
I'm telling you
Bro,
right
brother,
now, this
bro.
is a cult. Bro. And Anik, we're gonna save you,
brother
brother.
Anik.
Mm.
For the sake of the lovely viewers that have joined us this wonderful evening, we're mourning from yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Just I want to hear you say it. Who is the number one driver at Ferrari as at right now? Speak the truth according to the numbers.
According to the numbers,
The season has ended yesterday.
Mm.
Who is the number one driver at Ferrari?
statistically, yeah, because Sainz finished ahead of him, it's going to be Sainz. But when it comes to preferential treatment, car development, looking at race wins next year, it's going to be Charles. I
No, not
promise
what
you
it's
gonna
going to
Charles.
be. Not
And
what it's
we'll pick
going
this
to
up.
be. What is it? What is it now?
What's it gonna
Statistically, it's
be?
Sainz.
No. Okay, thank you. That's it. That's what we need to hear. Sign.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anik. Thanks for being honest. I mean, you're not, but you're full of shit. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, good to know. Sainz is number one.
Mate.
All right.
My only ratings of Leclerc is that this guy is one of the few guys that can go and match Max's terrorism out on track. So I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of that in 2022. My
Boy,
brother just out
Could be
here.
exciting next year.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally the pull up and crash, bros. The beard.
Yeah.
They just love to do that.
Smash,
It's just
smash,
like say a man has their protection.
smash
That's all it
brothers.
is.
Yeah,
The
man.
footage
Um,
is there. But
I just want to keep it going, though, guys. I don't want to
Can
talk
I
about
put
Leclerc
a
no more.
Hold on, Anik. Can I just put out one disclaimer?
Go for it.
To anybody that's giving me statistical graphs, telling me Formula 1 XG and all of this kind of stuff to try to compare Verstappen and Leclerc, just leave me alone now. The conversation's done now.
We don't care. We don't
talk to me
fucking
about this
care.
anymore.
Oh, what?
Don't
Like,
talk to me about this no more.
oh,
You
no,
guys
no.
try to like ratio on me on F1 on Twitter about
Bro,
Leclerc.
Max don't have a world
all that
title
stuff.
in my eyes. I'll tell you that now.
Tell
Max
it to
does
me,
not
bro.
have a world
And
title
Leclerc
in
doesn't
my
have any
eyes.
race
And he
wins.
doesn't
He
have a
doesn't have
world
any
title.
poles.
Anyone
He doesn't have
Who?
any race wins or polls. Leclerc.
who? Leclerc? What this year?
No, I'm just
Of
saying
course
he's got
he
none. Oh, he's got two. He's got two.
He's got two race wins. He's got two race wins
Fucking
at
hell.
heritage circuits, by the way, Monza and Spa.
Listen, man.
circuits.
Hold on.
Not ring roads that Max does well on.
No.
A1, sorry, Austria ring and A1 ring or whatever they used to call it.
You got it in Baku. Spa and them they're not poles. They're a legal engine, bro. We spoke about this. If Max has got an illegal title, how let's put this stat up. Leclerc has more illegal wins than Max has illegal titles.
Was the engine illegal though? The engine was not illegal. They didn't prove that it was illegal.
Here we go.
Okay, I want to move.
Hang on. 1 minute. Anik, okay, so let's spin the coupe, right? Let's spin the coupe on the bench, right? So we say Ferrari has an illegal engine, and you say nah. Okay, but you just said about an hour ago, oh, Latifi is mates with Albon, and Albon was screaming down the road to Max, so Latifi got paid off, and he must have won the title via that way. So can't we just debunk that theory with your logic and just say you ain't got no proof, so it's cap?
I mean, that's my agenda. That's my conspiracy. If it comes out, then all well and good. We'll see.
I said that's cool. So you say Latifi was an inside job thing, and we say the cleavage has an illegal poles and legal wins. So the dust is settled.
If you can prove it, then all well and good.
Can you prove it?
No, I can't prove it. No.
That's
my theory.
That's it.
We
can run on agenda.
Can we prove? Okay. Coming back to the controversy that happened yesterday, can we prove and can they prove that it was a farce? It was a staged incident. It was a joke, all to let Max Verstappen win. I just want to kind of bring it back to that. So Simon, is his name Simon Clark from Sky Sports? The white guy who's always talking on Sky Sports.
Craig Slater.
Craig Slater. I don't know. What did I say? Simon Clark.
Yeah.
Did I say Simon Clark?
I don't know.
Whatever his name, Craig Slater, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Apologies if you're watching. He turned around and said, he turned around this morning and said, if anything's going to change with direction to where the title goes, they need to appeal, have a hearing, and get the result out before Thursday. More than likely, that's not going to change. Max Verstappen's probably going to still hold the World Drivers' title. How do you feel about that, guys?
Not shocked. I mean, the FIA really had no reason to make that decision because they put themselves in this. They just put themselves in this controversy because they've just disregarded the rules. They're not going to go back on what they've decided. They had the video, they had the videos, they had the hype videos ready. They had the Max Verstappen villain origin stories ready, with clips of Joss doing all sorts. Anyway, let me not speak on that. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's done. It's set in stone. What can you do? The whole legal proceedings shenanigans is just going to go down a rabbit hole. I think. Obviously, they have a good case. I don't know if we want to get into the minutiae on that, Anik, but I don't see it going anywhere.
Kwame?
What you talking about with Max winning the championship?
No, legal proceedings. So do you reckon?
Okay. Yeah, so legal proceedings. So obviously, Mercedes. Apparently, Mercedes like they had a feeling something was going to happen because they don't usually bring like the lawyers with them when they travel. Because Red Bull didn't bring their lawyer, but Mercedes brought it just in case. And that's the same lawyer from the Man City case when they bust case with FFP. So they got some big boy lawyers. Do I think it's gonna go through? I highly doubt it. Issue with the regulations. The regulations that the FIA have written is very, very vague. So, for example, like any car can go through. So with the whole any car, Mercedes are trying to say that should be all cars, like any car, every car should go through. Whilst Red Bull trying to say no, any car can just mean one or two cars. It doesn't mean all. So,
it said may go through as well.
May go through.
It uses the word may.
So it's all vague because the issue is that all these rules are written by Charlie Whiting as well. RIP, and that guy's in sports from 8, so that guy 30 years in deep in the sport. He knew the rules in and out. He's a guy who, even looking back in the driver briefing, which I said in Saudi Arabia, that guy, if you ask him to change this, change that, he'll be like, nope.
I think it was the one from 2017 Malaysia or something. The one they
yeah,
put out on YouTube. Yeah, I remember that.
More than just one, but yeah, that he did in Malaysia, did in Monaco. But yeah, Charlie, he was a guy who was very stern, knew what he was doing. Masi, like I said, this season, man, just been a pushover. He's just a guy just being told, go left, right here, go there. Horner, change this. Toto, change this. And yeah, both team principals should not be doing that. They should not be trying to interfere. If that happened in football, you get told yellow card. Rugby, any other sport, yellow card, man, or sin bin, or whatever. F1, it just gets away with it. But I feel like the case, well, yeah, Mercedes got a very good case, in my opinion, because again, the FIA Masi didn't go on their own regulations. But do I think it'll go through? I highly doubt it, because the original case, obviously the FIA are not going to sit themselves and be like, oh yeah, we were wrong. Nah, they're obviously going to say, nah, we were correct, we did everything fine, even though we know he didn't. So that case, original case, got through. Now, they even tried to get onto Max as well with him dive bombing. But yeah, their bus case. So yeah, we'll see how the Court of Aberrations of Sport goes down in Switzerland. We see what happens with that. But yeah, this race going to be interesting. But yeah.
Last one on this.
Can I say something?
Yeah. I was actually going to come to you, Mahad.
Okay.
So say your bit, and I've also got a question to ask you at the end.
So personally, I think the way the regulations are set out are purposely vague, and they're poorly drafted, and they've got these like random superseding powers within it. So just in case they ever fuck up, they've got this overarching power that can say everything else is irrelevant because this one is more important and so on. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but I think they've got themselves a get out of jail card. I think them not following our rules, they've got a case on that. And if they do go to the Court of Sport and Arbitration or something like that, I think that's what it's called, they will get something out of it, but I don't think in terms of changing what, like Max being the champion and stuff like that, or anything regarding the race result. I don't think that anything like that's going to ever happen. What's going to happen is the FIA are just going to be basically, if I'm the FIA, what I would say is Michael Masi was working off his own accord. He wasn't working within the regulations. Then he becomes the fall guy, and then they pay a hefty sum of compensation to Merck, and Merck accepts that, and then they go about their day. That's what will probably happen. If you want to clip it. That's what I think is going to happen. Massey's just going to be the fall guy. They're going to get him out. They're already hiring a new FIA president like next week or this week or something like that. So all the old guys, all the old guard, John Todd, Ross Brawn, all them guys, they're gone. So they're just going to throw Masi under the bus and get somebody new in. So that's what I personally think. And even in the legal proceedings, they're just going to say Masi worked off his own accord and just throw him under the bus and just pay a fine. That's all I think.
Well, rightly so, because he has been the main character here and he's influenced this championship, and it's not right. Not right at all. Other question I was going to ask you, Mahad, what would Charlie Whiting have done in this situation?
I think it would have ended the race on a safety car.
Yep. And that's exactly what I think most F fans and most general motorsport fans would have assumed anyway. And I think we were all set up for that. The fact that all of a sudden this guy's bent the rules on the fly and decided to just favour Max. And even the rules
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in ages. Have you seen a race under a safety car in ages?
Last one I think of is
Canada. The one I remember last was Canada when Ricardo won.
Yeah, so Canada. Yeah.
I think 2014 or 2015.
So yeah, Anik,
2014.
It's not in the schedule anymore. It's not in the schedule anymore.
Yeah,
he's treating the director job as an actual director, and he wants to have the
he's a fucking director, finish. Bro.
He's moving like Christopher Nolan.
Fucking Steven Spielberg or something.
So he's actually directing what happens in the race. So nobody ever wants to see a race ending under a safety car, and he's doing anything in his power not to let that happen. But I just feel like he's very a spineless individual. I think he's easily swayed. I think I tweeted and people didn't agree with me that I think FIA radio shouldn't be broadcast because they're just showing the fucking incompetency that Masi is. Because we would have never known. If there was no FIA radio, you wouldn't know how incompetent Masi is. But you can see that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know the regulations. Your job as a director, you should know the regulations in and out. Charlie knows it in and out. He will just spit off the top of the head. So he's easily swayed. Toto and Christian Horner and Wheatley and everybody has been fisting him up all year. and he's just swaying back and forth. Oh, maybe he said that, maybe he said that. We can't allow a sport this big to be refereed by somebody. So yeah, he's influenced the title. This is the problem with the whole retrospectively changing the race result and so on. Like, who do you punish? You can't punish Red Bull. You can't punish Mercedes. You have to punish the FIA. And yesterday, I think loads of people were waiting for like a result from the protest and so on. The FIA is investigating the FIA. What? There's only one result.
It don't make sense.
Why were people waiting at the door and stuff? You're investigating yourself. If I investigate who stole the donut in my house and I only live here by myself, I ate the donut, brother. I don't need to do any investigation. I don't need to overturn anything. So absolutely ridiculous. It's a farce. It's a complete farce. And like I said, it's just gonna get a payout. Masi's gone, and we're probably gonna get somebody new next season. And the show goes on.
You know what? Yeah, just to add something quickly. Yesterday we in the space we had a couple Max fans come on, yeah. And you know what? I didn't say anything then because obviously we were getting a bit of complaints about there was a lack of impartiality. So I just let them kind of spit what they had to say. But there was a lot of fans, and I was asking them one simple question: how does Max deserve this title? Max does not actually deserve this title at all. Everything that has happened has been engineered in a way, and this is why I say they all colluded in this, yeah. It's been engineered in a way, yeah, that Max or Red Bull will have a faster car. Everyone knew that Honda were working on the engine and they were going to bring it forward for this season anyway. So by that assumption, you knew that they were going to have at least a package that could rival Mercedes. What they then did was, and this is where Toto's an absolute idiot, yeah? And I don't know why he came out and chatted that shit last week about I should have vetoed it, but the regulation change. Who makes, like, the regulation change that happened was actually kind of a major regulation change, yeah? And you're going into a major regulation change again next season. How can you have two major regulation changes back to back just to affect one team? This is why I'm telling you, it was rigged from the beginning. So everything was set in place for Max to win this title. Everything was laid there. The groundwork was laid. And by some miracle, yeah, Lewis actually came back and he fought and he fought and he fought and he fought and he came back, yeah. So he was level on points with Max. And they were like, how the hell did this happen? They were literally thinking between themselves, how did this happen? They were confused. They were confused. You even saw it before the race. That Max was shivering in his boots, bro. Max was shaking, bro. He was shitting bricks.
And even then, they had to give him a far superior tyre to Lewis for that last lap.
Exactly. Look, Lewis took him on the line. There was no doubt. Look, Lewis absolutely took him on the line. He literally destroyed him for the whole race. Max pitted for new tires. Lewis still was putting seconds on his head top. He was still putting seconds on his head top.
It's mad.
This is absolutely mad. It was an absolute farce. It was disgusting. And you know what? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care for Lewis winning this title. The feeling's gone. Yeah, you don't want that title no more. It's a tainted title. You don't want it no more. I don't give a shit who wins it now. Yeah, Max can keep it for what I care. Yeah, shove it up his ass. Like I'm actually pissed off now again. Right there.
So I think my biggest issue with this is that, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
My biggest issue is that if it wasn't the race, if it wasn't the championship decider, if it was just race 4 of the season, would he still pull that stunt? Would he still do what he did?
He was under the safety car, man, as normal. It's only because that was the last race of the season they did that.
And that's the thing, and that's the problem that I've had with the FIA this year, with the stewarding this year, the inconsistency, and they've let a lot of things open to gray areas and interpretation that, for someone that's new to the sport, it would be very confusing. And man, I don't know, man. It's just I wanna explain that what's it called? I just want to move on from it. Like, next season, if Lewis decides to come back, we'll go for it again. He's been in that position before where things have not gone his way the last race, and he's come back the next year, and It's done what he had to do. So, I mean, I hope it's good. I hope he's doing okay because apparently he's not speaking to anyone yet, and I wouldn't speak to anyone either. But the man deserves something based off the drive this season. It's been,
he hasn't spoken to his own brother, man.
Yeah, so
that's
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And all this gracious in defeat stuff, it's absolute bullshit, bro. Like, it's not. I don't care. Like, the only reason why they're saying he's gracious in defeat is because he's black. It's because he's black, bro. Like, literally, as black people, we need to stop this. I'm tired of it. Why are we always playing the bigger person, bro? Sometimes we have to just let them know what we're feeling and what we're thinking, bro. It's only because he's black. They're talking about he's gracious in defeat. No, Lewis shouldn't have to be gracious in defeat. Because if this was Michael, if this happened to Michael, bruv, you will see the noise he would cause, bruv. And no one will be talking about, they will say he's right for acting like this. Everyone will feel he's right for acting like this, bruv. If it was Sebastian Vettel and it happened to him, everyone will say he was right for acting like this. Why is it how Lewis must be gracious in defeat? No, I'm really getting pissed off.
You've got the obvious option. If it was Max, what would he do?
If it was Max would be punching Ocon in the face again. He'd be punching Ocon up again.
Man, from the
Ocon will be like, what did I do? How did I get involved in this?
I mean, even look at the last race. He didn't even stay on the podium for the podium celebrations. He just left.
And he lost tires as well. Scary.
I would have walked off as well, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I hear it. As a competitor, I would have walked off as well. But it's like it's the same.
The thing is, if Lewis walks off like that, sorry, Matt, I'll let you finish. But if Lewis walks off like that throughout the week, it's going to be think pieces in the papers.
Yeah, it's a different rule. Come on, man.
It's the sport. It's the sport brat. It's the guy that's a sore loser. It's the guy, it's the double standard. Lewis can't accept when he's done something wrong. He wants to be the baby all the time. He's been in the sport for 11 years and he's still doing the things that he's not meant to be doing. Yada. But you know what? It's a different rule for the guy. So I guess it's what it is.
It's nasty, bro. I'm telling you that. Me and what's it called? Me and Anik, we went to like a motorsports thing the other day, and we're talking about racing motorsport. And this guy, like, he said something. A white guy said something. He's like, black people should not have to act the way they do. In terms of the way Lewis acts. He said it's not a sign of strength to when people say you're strong and resilient. It's a sign that something's broken in the system. And it's actually disgusting, bruv. That the fact that Lewis, not just to protect himself, but to protect black people in general, and just the view that those people have of us, and to not have any even backlash on Mercedes itself, bruv. We saw it, like, as soon as the Kingspan deal, they came after Lewis. It's man. God, you know what? Lewis has to leave the sport. He has to leave the sport. I'm sorry. I love the guy so much, but he has to leave the sport. So they know what they're missing, bro. Because they can't treat you like this constantly. The media, the F1, FIA, even your own damn team, bro. Your own damn team. None of them should be able to treat you like this. It's a mockery. It's a mockery of everything he's doing, everything he's working so hard to achieve, bro. I'm upset again, man. I'm upset. I've been up since 5:30, shouting at nobody. I've been up since 5:30, just shouting at nobody, ranting and raving all day. Man can't even work, bro.
I hear it, man.
I hear it, man. Martz, breathe.
I fully hear it, man. I fully agree with what you said, Martz. And yeah, it's a shame Lewis obviously has to act gracious in defeat. I didn't like them comments myself. I seen it from a certain demographic was saying, "Oh, Lewis is so gracious in defeat. Oh, he's such a sporter. I've got respect for him now." I'm like, do you know what? Have it, innit? Have it.
Suck your mum. About see how you have respect for him now. Suck your mum 5 times for a bendy bro.
Yes. Make sure it's a cardboard straw or whatever, not plastic, because trying to save planet. Hey. Anyways, let's move on to.
Hey, you're dumb, man.
You're trying to bag me, fucking insulates Explorate Britain.
Can one thing, yeah. Can we as a Formula One community stop fucking seeking clarity and seeking acceptance from Jeremy Clarkson? Fuck Jeremy Clarkson, he's washed.
I don't give a fuck about Jeremy.
Everybody's just pre and Jeremy Clarkson. What did he say about Formula One?
Fuck Jeremy Clarkson.
Why are you seeking validation from this guy, man? Get out of here. He's a washed man.
Yeah. Fuck Jeremy Clarkson. I'm sure Jeremy Clarkson would say. I'm sure Jeremy Clarkson would say fuck Jeremy Clarkson. So fuck Jeremy Clarkson.
I just want to apologize to everyone that's listening, like on Spotify and Apple, because I know I've been shouting a lot and I've been very angry, and I know like you're gonna have to turn the volume down. My apologies, but I am.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I shift you too.
I can't hear it on my right ear, but it's all good, bro.
Not gonna lie, I might have put my laptop. I might have put my laptop on mute when you were ranting, but
you know what I want to.
I listen back to it.
You know what I want to. Right, okay, let's move on. Let's talk about someone's star boy, and that is Yuki Tsunoda. He managed to get a brilliant P4, and yeah, I'll go through the residence of the CEO of Yuki have, and he's got hella big stocks. You know, stocks bigger than the fucking Wall Street and all that shit. Go to you, Mahad. Talk to me about your boy and his fantastic performance. I'm finally beating the whitewash allegations. He was so close to not beating it, and he did beat it. So shout out to him. Go on, speak on him, bro.
Listen, yeah. So as you may know, earlier this year I released Yuki Coin onto the cryptocurrency market. Stocks have just been rising. It's been quite like a crazy ride.
It's been very volatile.
Negative. It's been extremely volatile. But I continue to say, guys, buy Yuki Coin. I heard all the slander. I used to just wake up to slander in the group chat for Yuki Tsunoda for no reason. No reason at all. Just slandering Yuki Tsunoda.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No reason?
No.
This guy's had 2 good performances all season, brother, and you're talking about the stock's been going up. Yeah,
it's how you start and how you finish. It's how you start and how you finish.
I'm sure his stock now is.
It's been more than 2. It's been actually 4 good races this season.
What were the other 2?
So what are they? It's Bahrain, Baku, obviously this race, and what's the other one?
What did you do at Baku?
Saudi?
Yeah,
Baku he did well, man. He's like P6 or something.
Yeah, you got like P5, P6. Yeah, you did well still.
Oh, after the red flag. All right.
Yeah, now listen, get out your live, innit? Get out your live. Game is the game.
What I'm saying is that
this week,
you like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. We're to Mariah. You like it, I love it. Sure.
Listen, like he's 1-1 with Gasly in qualifying in December. That's all I care about.
Right. Yeah, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss.
And listen, I'm trying to do my sales pitch here. I'm trying to get.
I've already got you coin down, man. I've already got it.
I'm trying to get some. Look, I've got
no,
some.
No, Kwame, you've been slandering Yuki, bruv.
No.
You got it.
He was back to the point, yeah. Being freaking drivers. I think Gasly and Yuki for a reason. I can banter my guy.
You sold, brother.
I still got stocks, man. I've never sold stocks in my drivers, man.
Let me say.
I told you, man, Yuki come good, and he came good this race, man. So
Yuki, he takes a while. If you look at the junior series, Yuki takes a while to like warm up. Towards the end of the season, he felt more comfortable.
Man doesn't have a while, bro. This guy's got 1 more season in F1. If he doesn't perform next season, he's gone.
Listen, this weekend he performed well.
This guy can't afford to simmer.
Hey, Antz. I know you and Anik have got a little agenda. Hear what I'm saying in it, yeah.
To be honest, I don't even have an agenda.
Did he perform well this week? Did he perform well this weekend?
Nah, this is your agenda. He
did.
Was he not doing bits in Quali?
Yeah, he was.
He was fisting up Gasly all weekend, you know. There was not a time where Gasly had a faster time than him.
Gasly was on annual leave this weekend still. Well,
listen, yeah.
You got P5 though, so how's that possible?
What do you mean? How's that possible? You get some 1 weekend off a year.
Check that stat out. Yuki scored 22.5%. Yeah.
Oh,
that's enough for me. That's enough for me, mate. That's enough for me. That's enough for you to go in your pocket and buy Yuki Coin.
Hey, listen,
buy Yuki Coin now.
Thank you to whoever put that in the chat, man. I appreciate you.
Listen, so Yuki performed well in the race. He put in Jeddah. He put Leclerc in a fucking pack on the overtake. Outside.
Speak on it.
Yeah. Then he put Bottas in the pack, which is quite easy to put in the pack because this guy's not competent. But he still put full send this weekend. If you ain't seen it, I put it on the Twitter account. He's doing his thing, man. He's got the ability. People pretend like he ain't got the ability whatsoever. Like he cannot drive. He can drive. He's overtaking Formula 1 drivers.
Yuki's one of the...
just about consistency. And you get that with time. I don't know why people are trying to rush a rookie. Let me end it with this, yeah?
Exactly, that's what they're saying.
This guy finished P4, yeah? Michael Schumacher in his rookie season didn't finish P4.
Boy, speak on it. Listen, Yuki is one of 3 drivers to race cleanly with Hamilton this season, yeah? One of 3 drivers. Checo and Alonso, the only other 2.
Yeah, anyone else want to speak on Yuki? Or
Yuki hype it up, man.
I just seen a comment. What's this comment?
What comment?
What the fuck is going on here?
Mickey's
rookie of the year. For what?
Oh,
bro,
for what?
It is
because of this team parts, you know. Mazepin had to get a fake COVID test for Mazepin because they didn't have enough parts for both cars because of Mick.
Nah,
he ain't even rookie of his team.
Still. Nah, Martz, you're bugging still.
No, bro, I'm telling you, yeah, they didn't have enough parts for both cars. So they said, listen, Mazepin, listen, you finished 21 in a 20-horse race, bro. You can't race this weekend, bro. They gave him hang on. Fake positive and told him hold that.
SHARL finished P7 in a P5 scrap. Same thing, bro. Same flow, same drip. You know what I'm saying? You like it? I love it.
Man finished third in a 2-horse race, you know.
Yeah. Hey, that Tottenham swag. That's what it is. That Tottenham swag, boy. That's what SHARL is. Les Spears. That's what I'm gonna call him. Les Spears. That's his new standard name.
Man said Mick should get rookie of the year because he beat Williams and Gios in a race. Who the fuck cares about that?
Boy,
yeah.
Who the fuck cares about? Nobody cares about that.
Anyways,
let's move on. Stop telling me. Stop telling me about irrelevant stuff, man.
I mean, Yuki getting rookie of the year doesn't really mean anything. Who is the other rookie that's been in a decent team? There's no one else.
Hey, listen, I'll take it, man.
Stunk Stroll too, you know.
Hey, Stroll, that brother in serious. And listen, the amount of times the camera has cut to Yuki Tsunoda and he's missing some part of his car exceeds the number of times that I've seen him do a good drive.
He's a rookie. This guy didn't have it's going to take time, bro. He's a rookie.
You know when the camera just cuts and then there's a yellow flag in the top corner and Yuki's tires just hanging off. That happened bare times, bro. You want to tell me?
It's only a yellow flag. It's a single yellow, bro. Other rookies are causing red flags, bro.
Yuki's caused at least 2 red flags in qualifying alone. I'm pretty sure. But anyway,
that's Quali, man. That's a minor. That's minor.
No, yeah, listen, Mahad, I'm not hating on Yuki. He's got talent. All I'm saying is he had a mid-season, brother. But I hope he comes back stronger next season.
Antz, yeah, I'm trying to do security fraud. I'm trying to do security fraud there, and then you're moving like a Fed. Let me pump the stock, brother.
You know when you have to list the bond and you have to give out this prospectus. I'm saying this is cap. This is cap. The whole prospectus is cap, brother. I'm sorry, but hey, listen, people will buy. I hope people buy Yuki coin. I hope it goes up.
I bought some, you know.
Driver of the day is Yuki though. Driver of the day.
Let's move on to driver of the day.
Alonso needs to be retiree of the year, bruv. Get this guy out of here. I don't want to see him next year, you know. Oh, I would say I'm not watching, so I won't. But listen, if I hear he's still here next year,
doing other things still.
We're not doing Alonso slander. We're not doing Alonso slander.
I will slander that guy every day of the week, bruv.
Fuck that you, bro.
Every day of the week.
Fuck that you. Anyways, driver of the day, Mahad, who's your driver of the day?
Yuki. I don't say anything anymore.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, Kwame, who's your driver of the day?
Yeah, man, Yuki.
So now on Martz.
Lewis.
Calm. Kunle.
Yuki.
And Anthony.
I'm gonna give it to Yuki, yeah, and I'm gonna ask Martz a question because I said Yuki as well. I don't see how we can give. Actually, no. This is not the time to hate on this. Sorry, I retract that.
No, I'm sorry. No, I will. No, I would give it to Yuki, yeah, but I feel like Lewis had that race won, and the fact that when like his tires, yeah, even like down to the final lap, he still managed to catch Max on cooked tires. Going into the corner, I think he just took the corner a bit too wide, and shouldn't try to go down the outside. But apart from that, that's the only thing he did. Apart from that, Lewis raced a flawless race. He got off the start quick. He was controlling the race. He managed his tires for the whole the whole race. He was putting seconds on Max's head top. Yeah, I generally can't say he did anything wrong. It was like an unfortunate event that.
This is the thing where I can't. The only thing I was hesitating is because this guy left the door open for Max twice, and
I was about to say that,
and for Perez as well. I can't quite understand it. Like he knows the terrorism that lives and breathes within Red Bull, and I don't know, like he just thinks that because he's like got 4/10 in his pocket going down the straight, I'll just turn into the corner, take the normal racing line. Like I feel like when on lap 1, you should have seen the Max dive bomb coming.
Yeah,
and then
do you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say this. I think Lewis, I don't know why he doesn't close the door, but I think it's just because he's more focused on what's going on ahead of him, and he wants to have the faster exit out the corner. So he doesn't ever close the door on the corners, and it's kind of like what he did with Monza as well. He's kind of like really just focused about what's going on ahead of him and thinking about, okay, let me get the best exit I can out of that corner, and he never slightly closes the door, but because he's never really thinking about the defending aspect, and he doesn't. Maybe it's like a thing because of the new drivers. These new drivers are on terrorism. They see a gap, they're going in the gap.
Yep.
All of them, they're all going in the gap. So maybe it's like a different generation thing, different style thing, where he doesn't feel like he needs to close the door.
I think so.
About as well. I feel like in this new gen as well, like Mahad said, like this new gen, they've been influenced by Senna, man. I can't lie. I'm part of that. Mahad put part of that as well when he does karting. So we just go down the inside, just boom, terrorism. But I feel like Max though, like I said, Max is one of them guys. If he sees a gap, he's going for it, whatever. So even if Lewis tries to cover down the inside, Max is going to try to terrorism down outside the inside. It's not going to do anything. Only thing is, it's just going to amp in the crash. That's how Max drives, and that's why people love and hate him. Because
you should have. No, go on.
No, I just wanted to say, like I do think like Lewis was faultless throughout the race, and the FIA basically hit him with a blue shell on the line, in Mario Kart, and that's it really. I can't really say anything else. It's like he was a sitting duck, brother. As I said in the comments, they gave Max an M16 and gave him a musket from 1776, bro, and told him to have a shootout. Lewis is still loading his gun, and Max is there spraying 50 bullets a second. It is where it is, man.
Yeah, there's not much Lewis can do in this situation when you got someone like Max or Leclerc on the back on the inside.
Antz, finish what you were saying. I forgot. I interrupted you. My bad.
No, yeah, I was going to agree, and then I was also going to talk about Perez as well. I mean, he passed Perez and then went back to the middle of the track, and then Perez just jammed it down the inside. So, and that's what lost him 8 seconds. I think at the end of the day, it's all pointless because of what happened, what the FIA did with the whole safety car. But I think if he nailed Perez on that first lap, he would have had a pit window. He would have had a big enough pit window under the VSC to pit again. But at the end of the day, it's all irrelevant because of the fuckery on the last lap. So I can't as Martz said, it was a pretty faultless race, man. I honestly hope he's okay. I want to see him back in the sport, because obviously a huge Lewis Hamilton fan. But yeah, what can you do, man? I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't want to talk for a couple of weeks or even come back. So yeah,
sport don't deserve him, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I echo those.
Yeah, to be fair.
I've got some breaking news in it. I just want to talk real quick. And according to automotorsports.de, shout out my German folks, Osborne has revealed that F1 will stop team principals from being able to contact race directors mid-race, starting from next season. So
yeah, they're going to get rid of it because that was an absolute farce this season, bro. You can't be shot in things, as Richard said. Can't be shot in grid places like that, bro. What is this nonsense?
I mean, you can see where this is going already. FIA going to do this whole PR rebrand thing and pretend to, take lessons away from this and not actually correct the injustice. So yeah, fuck it, man.
I said injustice is done. They can't correct it at all, man. It's finished. Like we have to just live with it and eat it, bruv.
It's crazy.
I don't want that title. I don't want it at all, man. And I don't think, knowing the type of person Lewis is, he don't want it either, man.
Yeah,
exactly, Martz. That's why he's not protesting, because like everyone's saying Lewis should protest, but the type of person I can see Lewis being, he's like, I don't want it. Mercedes, yeah, you can protest it, but even say that Mercedes should repeal the protest.
He's so used to
like, we're doing this, but he doesn't want it because
he's so used to being hard done by, that I feel like he's just like, this is just another one of those situations for him. But man, it hurts.
Yeah, let's wrap up and do a Mazepin of the day then. Antz, who's your Mazepin of the day?
It's got to be Nicholas Latifi. I don't know if there's anyone else, but man's living and drinking off Red Bull for the next 7 to 10 years, which is good because he might have something to do when his F1 career finishes, hopefully tomorrow, but maybe next year. But yeah, man, absolutely classed the whole race. Shit driver. Yeah, what can I say?
Martz, who's your Mazepin of the day? Without naming Mr. Obvious.
Apart from the obvious, give it to the club, bruv. How you finish? What? As you said, you finished third in a 2-horse race, bruv. What's going on here?
Finished 10th, I could have got back by Seb, but listen, someone's go, that's all I'm gonna say. Someone's go. And for those asking where Anik's gone, he's gone to massage Leclerc. I was speaking no favour on that. That's all the info I have. So, anyways, Kwame, who's your Mazepin of the day?
So many people I can give it to. I could give it to Latifi. I could give it to Gio for his crash, but I'm gonna give it to Masi and the FIA stewards. Like
you said, apart from the obvious.
Oh, Gio then.
Yeah, because
I don't want to the gentleman, but Gio.
You know what? Yeah, I want to give it to Kim.
Here we go. I'm gonna meet.
No. Listen, Gio could hold that as well, bro. But I gotta give it to Kimmy, bro. This guy, I swear to God, this guy, whatever he did, there's nothing wrong with his car, bro. This guy just said, I don't want to finish this race because he didn't want to do the donuts, bro. He knew what was coming, and he just said, I don't want to do this at all. He just said, I just want to go home on my yacht, bro. I'm surprised he didn't literally do what he did in Monaco and go to the yacht, bro. The guy, I'm gonna miss him, but I'm not gonna miss him, bro.
He crashed it. He crashed it. He parked it, and then he reversed it. So I'm like, this guy could have kept driving. He went to the pits. He
didn't want to. He didn't want to. He said, "I'm retiring, bro. What is this? Give me my last paycheck and let me go, bro."
So mad in the dunya, I'm telling you. Kunle, who's your Mazepin of the day? Without naming the obvious.
Leclerc. Fuck that kid.
Don't
give a shit about him.
That's like gang shit. Come on. Hey, listen, Mahad.
How did they finish? What, you finished 10, no?
Yeah, he finished 10th. Yeah,
10th.
I tell you, Rattle could have bagged, man. Imagine.
Yeah, bun that you. Man.
I would have been eaten. I would have left with something else.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're allowing Richard to say about this. Vettel could have, like he didn't.
Actually, no. Sorry.
Your boy was doing donuts in P11. No, he's the real Mazepin. He was doing donuts after he got P11, bro.
So fucking what?
Yeah, your boys getting
Your boys in Formula E. Your boys in Formula E. Go concentrate, Martz. Concentrate. Your boys in Formula E.
My boy's second, bro.
Concentrate.
My boy finished second in the championship, bro.
Not gonna lie. Vettel doing donuts in P11.
No, that's not your boy. No.
Vettel doing P11.
Hey, Vettel.
Was he celebrating overtaking award of the season or the F1 net of the year? What was he celebrating?
Man's trophy cabinet.
We left with two of them.
Crazy.
We left with something.
Listen, he's got more titles than Spurs at the end of the day. He got more titles than Spurs. That's it.
We left with something. Fuck you know. Gang shit. And anyways, Martz, not Martz. How have I come to you about the
Mazepin of the day for Daniel Ricciardo?
Ooh,
anytime Daniel Ricciardo doesn't get a points finish, he's getting Mazepin of the day. I've had enough. Anytime he doesn't get a point finish, I'm putting him Mazepin of the day. I don't care the circumstance. If you don't get a points finish, You're getting Mazepin of the day. I've had enough. I've had enough.
He's never leaving.
I'm starting my campaign. I'm starting my campaign now. Lewis Hamilton, come through. We'll come through to McLaren. We'll look after you properly, man. We've had enough.
Remontada, yeah?
Remontada. Hey, land my wheelie bin, man. Fuck. My wheelie bin got stolen today. I'm in pain, man. I'm in pain, bro.
Yo,
who would do that in this day and age? One thing I'll say as well, Alhamdulillah, I don't need to speak about Gio ever again. Martz, you're in the mud. Rest in piss.
Martz, rest in piss, Martz. Rest in
piss. I picked up that Yuki stock. I'm okay, bro.
My agenda, man. My agenda. My agenda was sweet, man. My agenda.
No agenda, bro. Anyway,
you won, bro. You won.
Yeah. Hey, GL63 as well, bro. I forgot about you, Mazepin as well, bro.
Hey, listen,
loud about you. More suits than laps completed this year, bro. Huh? Hey, man, coming out do Twitter fingers, bro. What is this? I've put out more tweets than he had points this season. What is this?
Hey, listen, hold that, man. He's coming back next season, bro.
Nah, that's too funny.
Hey, Chris is coming for all of us, you know. We're finished.
Hey, next season is Russell's rookie season. Next season is Russell's rookie season. We're not counting them 3 seasons there.
Yeah? Say nothing.
I missed the Saturday, bro. I didn't turn up on the Saturday since I was 20. What? I was.
Yeah?
I don't even know. That's how long it's been since you turned up on the Saturday, bro. I can't remember when.
Hold on.
Should I be on like Twitter age or am I being like, shit, I don't know.
How many podiums did Yuki get this season, and how many podiums did Russell get?
That is the most shameless thing.
Richard,
that's the most shameless thing.
We're not doing any pod no more today.
What?
Lock off this thing.
Man,
are getting shameless.
Oh my god.
Lock off.
Go type in Spa 2021 on Google Images. Look at the podium. You won't see Yuki there. You see my.
Hey, Richard, lock this thing off.
That's nasty.
This is an anti-Japanese agenda.
Mahad.
I said this is an anti-Japanese agenda, man. I'm not liking it.
Yo, listen, you lot having a mid-off. I'm gonna lock this off now, fam. Anyways, that's been all from today, folks. You know, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this with all your friends and family, with even all your ops as well. And yeah, season done. Hope you've enjoyed the season and whatnot. Hope we've gave you great laughs, great insights. You know, whole lot of controversial opinions, Martz, and all that shit. You know, whole lot of BS. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for tuning in. You know, if you tune in from the very start or halfway through, you know, yeah, just thanks for being on board and enjoying the ride with us. And we appreciate all of you, even our ops. You know, even the little neeks that like to ask
Christian Horner and everything he stands for.
Yeah, even appreciate. Yeah, no, let me finish. Ross. You know, this ain't X Factor, bro. Come on. We appreciate all of you. You know, even our ops. You know, even the ones that like to ask us and chat shit, and the ones that are showing us love as well. So yeah, we'll be doing a season review next week, and then we out this bitch. You feel me? Anyways, ONO, peace.
Peace, everyone.
Thank you, guys, bro. Take care.